Okay, so I think we are live now. Okay, and I'm set up. If you're just joining me, so if you have a bolster, a yoga bolster, please put it as you see it on my mat, and a blanket at the back end. Now, if you don't have a bolster, I'm going to show you how to do exactly what we're going to do with 2 blankets, okay? And I know that everyone doesn't have yoga props, but you can always modify and do what you can with what you've got. So I have 2 blankets today. If you don't have 2 blankets, you can use really big beach towels and fold them, a blanket and a beach towel. You can also use a firm pillow, a firm bolster or cushion, but it needs to be firm like a bolster, okay? And I see Suzette's here, great. All right, so I'm just kind of chatting about the things you need, and I'll go over it again. The other thing you need is a strap and a block. Okay, if you don't have a strap, we'll modify, okay? But you can use an old tie if you have any laying around, an old band, but it should be firm, about an inch or so thick, okay? An old tie from around your bathrobe can work, or I'll show you how to do what we're going to start with no strap. Also, if you have a block, okay, blocks are they're often wooden or foam, about 4 inches thick. If you don't have a block, well, we can modify as well, and you can always use a chair. Okay, so once again, if you have a bolster, please set it up like so with a blanket under your head behind you, okay? And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We have a couple of minutes, so I'm going to see. And those of you who kind of know where we're going with this, you can go ahead, lie down, and relax. And I hope you can hear me. I'm going to check my phone to see if a couple of people are listening. Thank you.
Morning.
Hi. So if you, because we're going to be live in about 2 minutes. Okay. And you can set up and you have to be quiet. Okay. So move you over a little so you're not in range of vision. Um, okay, according to what I'm seeing here, I'm live. So maybe some people are still joining. You have to click, it should be in your timeline, okay, or when you click on, and look for a little button to click to watch. Some of you already did this Tuesday, okay? So, just to repeat, you're going to need a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you need a firm cushion or several blankets, okay? And you're going to set up like I'm showing you behind me, okay? And you use one blanket behind you. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it. Hi, Kathy, I see you. Great. Okay, so if you don't have yoga props, it's not a reason to not do this. You need some kind of a mat or something, a surface. You can be on a rug or on a floor. The bolster can be several blankets or towels rolled or a cushion or a pillow, but it has to be a firm surface, okay, firm. And then a blanket behind, and I'll show you why. We're going to use a strap and a block. If you don't have a strap, you can use anything, a tie from around your bathrobe, an old necktie, and I'm also going to show you how to do the one a hip opener even without a strap. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how you should be lying down, and then we're going to start with a nice restorative to kind of get centered. We're all in anxious times, and even yoga teachers get stressed out. Okay, so I'm happy to be here. Okay, so let's get started. So I hope you can hear me. I'm going to talk a little louder. Turn your volume up. So we sit in front of the support, the bolster or the blankets, not against it. You sit a few inches away, your knees bent. Then when you start to lean back, you lift your hips and tilt them up and then lower. So you want to feel this open curve of the spine. And when you lie back, you lift up and onto, okay, and you rest the base of your skull on the blanket. So you want to be able to slide your hands beneath your low back, and then you just sort of wiggle your shoulders side to side. Let your arms relax out to the side. You don't want your chin tilting back. You want to be looking either up or slightly toward your heart. And let your arms relax to your sides. You can keep your knees bent, or if it starts to feel okay, stretch them out. And this is just so relaxing. This is to get the breath moving, open up the heart, the rib cage, and the low back. Okay, now, if you're there, stay there. And now I'm going to show you, if you don't have a bolster, how to do this with blankets or towels. Okay? So come off very carefully. And if you don't have a bolster, it's okay. You can take a blanket or blankets or towels and create a nice firm surface. I'm folding this 3 times. You see, it's nice and firm and put lengthwise. It's about 6 to 8 inches wide. And then I'm going to take another blanket, or you can take a pillow and put it on top, like so. Okay? And then you sit in front, the same thing, and you lengthen up and on top. You want your head a little higher than your heart, and then again, let your arms stretch out and let your legs stretch out. If that bothers your low back, check your hips. Lift your tailbone up toward your heels. You should be able to slide your hands beneath the curve of your low back. That's your lumbar, okay? And we're going to be here a few minutes, okay? Okay. I'm waiting for some other people, but I guess they may not show up. Okay. Okay, so some people aren't getting it. I don't know what to tell you, except you have to go and click at the top of the timeline. Okay, take some nice deep breaths. Relax. So you let your front body relax onto your back body. So feel a softening around the eyes. Let your eyes sort of drop back into the sockets. Relax around the corners of the mouth, even separating the lips and the teeth for sure. The jaw. Let the lower jaw slacken. And when we slacken, relax the lower jaw, it relaxes the neck, the throat, the shoulders. We hold a lot of tension here if you have TMJ. And we just let the arms be heavy, let the legs be heavy, and allow the movement of the breath. we want to breathe only through our nostrils. And we want to relax the back of the throat and the tongue. There's a tendency to tighten and grip, especially now when there's so much emphasis on breathing. We want to really get our fullest breath and get it moving down past the upper chest, down into the low belly, and around into the abdominals. Okay, I can hear these guys next door. Okay, we're going to be here about another minute or two. So if you need to de-stress, this is a great thing to do just on your own. You want to be here at least 5 minutes. So I'm going to let them relax for another few minutes. And you'll feel the breath expand and unfold. And we just let it find its way on a nice full in-breath. We don't force it, and we don't force the out-breath. Okay? We don't push, we don't pull. That creates more tension. Okay? Again, if you're just joining, if you don't have a bolster, you can fold some blankets. We'll be here another minute. You sit in front and you lift. You lift and then relax. This is to encourage the movement of the breath. Deeper in-breaths, fuller, and deeper out-breaths. You want the breath to be even or gently modulated. If anything, you want the exhale to be a little longer than the inhale, because that's when you release and detoxify. There's only 3 ways we detoxify: elimination, sweat, and breath. That's it. So we want to get those toxins out. Okay. Okay, so we're going to bend the knees and we've always want to be careful when we transition. So we're going to roll onto one side and we're going to remove the props from underneath. We're going to have a strap within reach. If you don't have a strap, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to do this hip opener with and without. But first, lie back on your back. And just, you're going to spontaneously want to roll around, sway from side to side, and massage all those back muscles. Oh, it feels good. Notice where you're feeling a real response. Maybe the right side is a little tighter, maybe the left. It doesn't matter. Just breathe, make circular movements. And then just gently hold the right knee, shin, or the back of the thigh, and stretch your left leg straight forward. So your feet are flexed, and you're not pulling the knee in, you're just guiding it in toward your chest, and breathe. So we're going to try to do 5 breaths in every pose, at least 5. Okay, so if you're doing it on your own, just let that be sort of your rhythm. 5 nice, even breaths. That gives our nervous system the opportunity to catch up with this busy head of ours most of the time. Okay, and when we change, we're going to bring in the left and gently stretch the right forward. Just gently rest your hands on your knee, shin, or the back of the thighs. Flex your feet. 5 nice deep breaths. Relax your shoulders. Okay. Now, we're going to bring both knees in, and I'm going to show you how, with a strap, to get started on this hip opener, and I'm going to show you without the strap. So, we bring the knees in, and we slide whatever we're using, a strap, a necktie, or something, around the balls of the feet, not the instep, the balls of the feet, right at the base of your toes. Bring your knees close, tilt your hips forward, bring your shoulders and elbows to the mat, and don't let them come up. And then as you inhale, you let the heels stretch toward the ceiling, and you let the strap or whatever you're using slide between your hands. If you're tight, which many of us are right now, in the hamstrings or the calves, stop when you start to get a push back from your body. It's okay. And just breathe. Just breathe. Okay, breathe into it. Again, you're only using the strap like training wheels. Okay? Stay there. I'm going to show you how to do it without a strap. Okay? So you bring your knees in, feet close, shoulders down. Slide your hands to the back of your thighs and slowly lift your legs up. Okay? So pretend there's a strap there. Breathe. Okay. All right. So I'll do both versions at the same time. Okay. So if you have a strap, you're going to slide the left foot out from underneath the strap. And as you lower the left leg to the floor or the mat, you exhale. So your navel lowers toward your spine as your leg lowers. And your right leg stays up toward the ceiling. Why an exhale? That's core. So we're supporting the low back. And we're just going to wait here. Now I'm feeling this in my calf, my right calf. So I'm just going to breathe into it and wait. Okay, now I'm going to show you without a strap. You have both legs up. You're going to hold the back of the right leg. Exhale the left leg down. Just like we did. Just as if there's a strap, okay? And wait. Breathe. Bend the right leg if you need to, the knee. Bend the left knee. Good. Okay. Now we're going to go into one version of a hip opener. I'm going to do it with a strap and then without. Okay. Take both ends of the strap into your left hand. Stretch your right arm toward your right side, very strong. Feel your right shoulder pressed into your mat or the floor. And you're going to exhale. Bring your right leg over toward the left. Bend the left elbow, and you're going to suspend that leg, because I'm doing it already in my right hip. Okay? And I don't want my right shoulder to come up. You see me? Okay. And breathe. Keep your right elbow down, your left elbow, and just breathe. So it's a combination of suspending the leg and creating a light tension. And I'm going to leave my students there for a while I show you without a strap. Okay, without a strap, it's a little different, but not much. Okay, what I'm going to do is take my left hand, and gently guide my leg, my right leg toward my left, keep my right shoulder down, lower my left elbow, and support the leg with my hand. And breathe. Breathe deep. This is a wonderful hip opener. It's great for low back, strengthening, and flexibility, range of motion, and so forth. Breathe. come up, we inhale and bring that right leg up to the ceiling. If you don't have a strap, wait, just hold the right leg and wait. If you do, just wait. Now we're going to bring the left leg up on inhale alongside the right. So up it comes. If you have a strap, slide your feet next to one another and hold both feet again with your strap. And it's like this. With the strap, without, you just hold the backs of the legs. Notice how much longer the right leg feels. Wait. So we're going to do the other side. So now we're going to slide the right foot out. As you exhale, lower the leg, and your navel lowers as well. That's your core. Keep the left leg active. If you don't have a strap, you do the same thing. Just hold the back of the left leg gently with your fingers. Reach up to the left, straight forward with the right, and breathe. So while they're getting ready, now you're going to take both ends of the strap into your right hand. Your left arm is going to stretch way to the left. Feel your left shoulder on the floor of the mat, and you're going to bring that leg over toward your side. Don't let the left shoulder come up. Okay? That's your anchor. That's your safety valve. Every pose has an anchor or safety valve, and that keeps you in a safe place. It keeps you from overstretching, overextending, trying to go too far. When you try to go too far, that's our ego saying more and more and more, and then the result is pain. And then we don't come back to class. Or we hurt ourselves. We don't need that. So be gentle, but consistent. Breathe deep. Good. I'm enjoying my students and you. So we're going to come up on an inhale. If you have a strap, separate the ends of the strap. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. If you don't have a strap, bring the right leg up. And just gently hold the legs with the fingers. Now we can put the strap out of our way. Take the strap away. Holding the legs. So maybe a little more core work, okay? So hold the back of the right leg. Stretch your right foot to the ceiling. Exhale, start to lower the left leg. Breathe, exhale, exhale. And keep it an inch or two from the floor. How do we do that? Tap down with your heel and then bring it up and breathe. Breathe deep. Right leg lifting, left leg stretching. 2 more breaths. If it hurts your low back, stop. Lower the left leg and release. Your next inhale, up comes the left leg. And we wait. Now we're going to hold the left leg. As we exhale, the right leg stretches toward the floor. You can also rest it against the chair or heel or a wall. Tap and then lift it back up. Breathe. Lift to the left. Stretch to the right. Breathe. The exhale helps you protect your low back. If you have any kind of pain, stop. Okay, now bring up the right leg. And big hug. Oh yeah. Big hug. Roll around. Nice open hips. Breathe. Good. And then we're going to roll onto your left into like a fetal position. We love this position. And it's sort of a pause in between coming back up. To come up, you lower the hand, the arm on top of the right, and slowly come up. Slowly come up to seated. Okay. So we're going to come seated. I'm going to use a blanket to sit comfortably. So hips are particularly tight, you need a little more support, okay? The pelvis, the hips need to be neutral. Think of a bowl. I say this all the time. Attitude pelvis is great for bowls. So the bowl needs to be level. If you're slumping, you're stressing your low back, okay? We know how to do that. If you're hyperextending, you're compressing. So you want neutral pelvis, the knees lower than the waistline, so that you're not tensing in the hip flexors or the piriformis. Okay, sit nice and tall. Feel that head sink on your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. Let your hands rest lightly on the tops of your thighs. You can close the eyes. I suggest you do close the eyes to go back into the breath. Find that same nice rhythm. Breathe through the nostrils, relax the jawline around the ears and the shoulders. You can connect your forefingers to the base of the thumb and the other fingers straight. This is a mudra, a hand gesture of wisdom. So we just want to get centered and grounded. We're going to bring the hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra. We'll chant 3 Ohms together. And we're going to do a pranayama practice, a breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. If you know it, you can continue with the practice. If you're here and you don't want to touch your face, you don't have to. Okay, there's a way to do it without touching your nostrils. If you're comfortable home doing that, that's fine. If you're not, I'll talk you through it. If you're not comfortable with the practice, just breathe. Okay, we're going to be in it for like 3 or 4 minutes, assuming I find my phone. Okay, hands to the heart. Nice deep inhale. Pranayama is a whole nother limb of the yoga practice tree. And there's the poses, the asana, there's the breathing pranayama, there's a spiritual practice called bhakti. So the pranayama that we practice in our classes is one of the more basic, called alternate nostril breathing. So you use the thumb and the ring finger if you're using your hand. I'm going to show you. Although if you're more advanced, you don't even need to use your fingers. But they sit on the edges of the nostrils, and you create an even breathing rhythm. Say a 3-count inhale, a 3-count exhale, however you count. A 4-count and a 4-count. You begin by exhaling on the left, gently closing off the right nostril, and then you change. You inhale on the right. You exhale on the same side, and you change for the inhale. That's a round, but you don't have to count. You exhale on the same side, and change for the inhale. And continue. So it's an exhale, an inhale, change. So I'm just going to time it for a few minutes. If you're on your own, you can start by doing a minute or two or 10 rounds, 12 rounds. Okay, it's best to do a little timer so you're not counting. Why do we do this? Okay, our nostrils are our internal heating, cooling units. The right nostril is warming, the left nostril is for cooling. And at any point, they can be out of balance. If they're out of balance, then our systems are a little out of balance. Okay? And it affects our digestion, it affects our psychic, our emotional, and physical. So, by alternating, we bring these systems back into balance, and it helps us be centered and grounded. And it balances the dualities that we all have, the hot and cold, the male and the female, the yin and the yang, and so forth. So it helps us to not get too overextended in any way. It's also basically sun, hot, tough sun. So especially now, in these very turbulent times, when there's a lot of uncertainty and anxiety, staying centered and focused serves us well. We'll be here just a little more. Notice if you start to slump or slouch or collapse, and lengthen, lift your heart. We want the breath to move everywhere, okay? Out to all those little cells. This is what we want to strengthen the lungs, the intercostals, and the lungs so that we get full capacity. So we're going to finish on the next exhale on the left, and then we're just going to sit with it for a few minutes. So the practice now is just doing nothing, watching, observing, and just being in your experience. Many times our mind starts to kick in right away. Can we not follow the threads of our thoughts? And come back to the next out breath and the next in breath. And bringing the hands to the heart, we bow the head. Sending love, light, and healing to heart center, our own, our loved ones, everyone, everywhere. When you're ready, open the eyes, come back. So we're going to start on hands and knees. If you have tender knees or you just like the support, put a blanket of some sort under your knees or a towel. If you have a block, have it nearby. If you don't, it's okay. We'll make do. I'm going to get you started. And this is just what we call hip and rib rolls. It's just something that's kind of juicy and fluid and just moving. You know, we're home a lot. So some of us get a little stiff and tight. And there's two ways that the hands move. Okay, I'm going to come close. There's little bird hands. Little bird hands, you come up on the fingertips. Think of a little bird walking on the ocean or on the beach, and it barely makes an impression. So you just tap very gentle. And then you have elephant hands. An elephant is heavy and grounded. Okay, so we alternate those two, and what happens is we get into this fluid, juicy movement. Why? Because that gets our immune system, our lymph glands going. We have to breathe and move. And right now, we really want a strong lymph system. Okay? So, move, breathe, eyes open or closed. Get those hips going. You can come up on on one hand, the little bird. You feel the energy move up through the underside, those lymphatics, Lymph glands under the arms. And move, stretch, breathe. Maybe your low back's a little tighter, so get those hips going. I'm just going to check. Okay, how you doing out there? Feels good to just move, doesn't it? And there's no sequence on this. There's no rules. It's you being in your experience and just moving. And I want you to think of warm liquids, fluid, golden liquids moving through you, as they are. Okay, so a little more of that. So if you're finding that your wrists are a little tight, lower, turn your palms up and just squeeze, like you're squeezing little rubber balls, or do the opposite. So you do one and you do the opposite. Okay? Do the one and you do the counter. Okay, now we're going to come on to all fours. So my shoulders are over my wrists, I'm in elephant hands, fingers spread apart. My hips are over my knees. We're going to do a low lunge. So we're going to get back into the hips, calves, hamstrings. Stretch your right leg behind you. Okay, I'm going to look out past the end of my mat. Breathe. Push the floor. Push into the floor. Don't collapse. Push. Now we're going to do what's called cat curls. So as I bring the right leg hip level, inhale, and as I exhale, my knee is going to try and touch my nose. Inhale, don't overextend, keep the hips level. Exhale, curl. Into 5. So inhale, extend. This is for low back, range of motion, abdominals. And on the last one, we're going to keep the right leg behind us and stretch the left arm forward. So we're going to try balance, strong left leg, strong right arm. Breathe. When you exhale, feel the navel lift up, supporting you. And exhale, bring the left hand down, lower the shin, and release. You can do a child's pose. If you have any issues, that could be a challenge. Or just come onto your forearms. Okay, child's pose, we rest like so. If you can't do that, just come onto your forearms and take a little, get some movement. Okay? Let's do the other side. I want you to do this on your own. I'll talk you through it. So just first of all, we're going to stretch the left leg back, curl the toes under. Now my left calf is tighter than my right. You might notice these things yourself. Don't try and over lift. Keep your hips level. When you're ready, you inhale, left leg up, look out. Exhale, curl. Okay? And do 5 cat curls. Okay? Feel like your knee and your leg are trying to move into the hollow. Good. And extend. Good. Just do what you can. If you need to rest in between, it's fine. After 5, if you've lost track, maybe do one more. This isn't a test. Keep the left leg extended and stretch the right arm forward. Your gaze should be out past your right hand or straight down the floor, whichever, but don't drop the weight of your head, okay? Your head weighs a lot, and if it's out of alignment, it creates a lot of tension and issues, ultimately issues in the neck. We don't need that, okay? And we're going to lower the left knee, the right arm, and take a resting pose. Child's pose, or just come onto your forearms, whatever feels good, whatever works. I know some people out there have knee issues. Some people here have knee issues. So child's pose is not exactly the pose to do. Okay. Let's start. Let's begin now. If you have a block, you can have it nearby. We're going to come on to all fours. My favorite pose. Turn the toes under. Nice big inhale. Down dog. Up we go on the next hip. I'm going to remove the blanket, get it out of my way, and I'm going to go a little longer. I'm going to walk the dog or bicycle the legs, which means just moving, breathe, get movement in the toes, the feet. So they're like little pistons. Your legs are like little pistons. Breathe. Keep your weight from coming all the way into your front body. If you're tight, no problem, no problem. Bend your knees. Lift your sit bones up to the opposite wall. Okay? Breathe. Hold. Breathe. Good. Now do this if it's okay with your shoulders and wrists. We're going to come into a plank. So as we inhale, we come forward. Now, if your dog was a little short, you may have to go a little longer because you don't want your tush sticking up in the air in plank, okay? You want your tailbone looking right down toward your heels. Push the floor away. And when you're ready, exhale back to down dog. Exhale back to go. Can you do a couple of those? Inhaling in plank. Exhale back to down dog. Try it. If it doesn't work for you, just lower the knees. Come back and join us when you can. Okay, don't force it. And one more. And back. So I want to get into a forward bend. So I'm going to bring my feet a little closer to my hands. I'm going to aim my right foot up toward my right thumb. I'm going to get a little momentum. I'm going to start to do like a cat curl. So I'm going to start to step up. If you don't get all the way, just walk it up, lift it up. Your knee is over or behind your heel. Don't push into your knee. I'm not going anywhere. Come back. We're in the lunge. We're in your crescent. Go ahead, use both blocks. Use both. Okay, now I'm going to make a little shorter stance. And we're going to try a pose called crescent. It's a balance pose. So, first of all, I'm going to start to come up and bring my hands to my right thigh and push my leg into the floor. That leg is strong. So stay in your center. Look straight ahead or higher. Try not to look at the floor. If this is it, this is fine. Okay, if there's a little more, you can start to stretch the arms to the side, about shoulder height, and turn the palms up. This might be it. Breathe. Stay in your center. Breathe. If there's a little more, shoulders down, the arms float up. Breathe. Okay, we're going to go a little step further. Do what you can. Okay, we're going to take a step, straighten the right leg, balance with your back foot, and then we're going to come forward just a little into a balance. Okay, tap down with your left. Breathe. Good, good, good. Breathe. Breathe. Good. And ease back. Hands to the heart. Come back to the mat. And back to down dog. Step lift and step back. Good. So down dog doesn't feel so difficult now, does it? Okay, breathe. Okay, so now we're going to step forward on the left. Okay, I'm going to talk you through it. Up you go. Step that foot up. If it doesn't come up right away, lift it up. Wiggle it up. Always wait till you're in alignment. I don't want to go where you can't see me. Always wait till you're in alignment. Okay, so I step up. If I'm back here, I'm going to lift it forward. So I'm there. Okay? And wait. Alignment is the most important thing. It's the integrity of the alignment, is your posture, and that's what will support you. That's why I call it lifestyle yoga. Okay? We want this to be part of your lifestyle forever. So we're going to do crescent on this side, okay? So I'm going to shorten my stance a little bit. I'm going to wait. So you have to wait for your inner cues. Okay, I'm feeling like maybe I can start. So I come up, lift your torso, lift your gaze. If you need to rest, Press your left leg into the floor. Keep the back leg strong. So you want to focus your gaze. That focuses your breath and your mind. If there's more, arms can start to stretch apart. Being on a little tightrope. If you're a little wiggly, wait. If there's more, the arms will stretch upward. Soften at the shoulders, the ears. Breathe. Okay, so let's go. Step up, straighten the right leg. If there's more, you can start to lift the back leg, the right leg behind you. Lift your heart, look up, breathe. Tap down if you need it, breathe. Breathe. Good. And then lower the right foot next to the left and hands to the heart. Good job. Were we breathing through all that? Good, okay. Good job, okay. So I'm going to have my students do half sun salutes, okay? And they know it. So I'm going to back up a little bit. Those of you who know the half sun salutes can start. And then those of you who don't know, I'll show you front view and side view. This is a wonderful little sequence. And I think anyone can do this. And it's like a little moving meditation, okay? All right, make sure you can see me. Okay, so we start and we call in a mountain pose, feet just a few inches apart, and then we bring the hands to the heart. So take a moment to find a nice, even in and out breath, similar to when you're doing the pranayama throughout the class. This is our goal, to always have the breath be consistent. When you're ready, on an inhale, we stretch the arms apart and overhead. On an exhale, we swan dive. So bend the knees a little and swan dive over and touch something with your fingers. If you can't touch the mat, it's okay. Touch your tops of your feet. Touch your ankles. Touch your shins. It doesn't matter. And then we inhale into a called half forward bend. So we open like a book. And then we close. And fold. And then up we come. Big inhale. Up, 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 up. And back. And we start again. So I'll show you the side view. If you got it, continue. Inhale. Open. Lifting. Exhale. Swan dive. Push out and over. Meet yourself and forward bend. Half. Fold. And up you come. Big inhale. Up, up, up. Bring the light back. Do a few more. Just find your rhythm. So we're going to do a few more here. And then I'm going to have them go into full sun salutes on the right and on the left. Okay? So a full sun salute is called Surya Namaskar. Surya is sun, Namaskar is to salute. And it's a series of 12 postures strung together in sequence, which we call vinyasa, because you're moving and breathing. You know it, right? Go for it. Okay, so what's wonderful about this sequence is you get a little bit of a taste of every part of a yoga practice. You get a forward bend, you get a gentle back bend, you get an inversion, you get weight bearing. So you're working all of your major muscles and bones, and it's wonderful. Okay, I do many every day. I started on a regimen again, and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through one. I'll do my right side first. Just do what you can, okay? Do what you can. Take a moment. Your toe should be maybe 6 inches from the top of your mat. I'm going to do something real quick. that's better. Okay. Now we'll go a little closer to the light. Okay. When you inhale, arms come up. We start just like half sun salute. Exhale over. Inhale, half. Open the book, exhale, fold. Now we inhale, we step back on the right into a lunge, step back. On an exhale, down dog. So we exhale and step back. We inhale into a plank. And we do 8-point pose. So knees come out, down, the elbows hug, and we bring our heart and chin to the floor. Then we stretch into a cobra. You can use elbows up or use your forearms. Strong legs. And then we exhale back to down dog. If you can't do it in one breath, take as many rounds as you need. Then I'm going to step up on the right, back into lunge, forward bend. Always wait until you're grounded, and then up you go. So now I'm going to have you do the left side on your own. I'll talk you through it. You guys up for another round? Right and left? Go for it. We're going to do 2 rounds. Yay. Okay? So, on the left, inhale. Swan dive over. Bend those knees if you're tight. Half. Open the book. Right angle. Close the book. Left leg steps back. Downward dog. Lift. Exhale. Plank. Knees. Chest. Chin. Stretch long into cobra. Strong legs. And back to down dog. Exhale. You can't do it in one breath. It's okay. Do 2. And then wait. When you're ready, step up. Forward bend. Up we come. When you're done, just let the arms rest to your sides, close your eyes, and stay with the breath. Might be a little later. It'll recalibrate. Your body is always trying to recalibrate. Michele, you're here. Diane, hi. Fabio, oh my goodness, ciao. So they're finishing their 2 rounds on each side. I moved too close. I want you to be able to see. Now we're going to do some standing poses, okay? How are you doing over there? They're doing great. I really appreciate it. Okay. Why am I not seeing my feet? Can you see my feet? Sorry, guys. Okay. I want you to see my feet and my head. Okay. We're going to do some standing poses. So I'm going to have you turn your mats like mine. Just horizontal. Just turn your mat. Okay. Yeah. Just. So let's start in just alignment. Getting grounded. Okay. It's not always easy to be grounded nowadays. And if you kind of rest your hands on your hips, so it's sort of a Wonder Woman, Superman thing. It helps you to lift your rib cage off your hips, get into your full posture. Look straight ahead. We're going to take a leg length stance, okay? So just a leg length stance, about 3.5 feet. And My second toes are still straight ahead. I'm going to start with triangle pose. So you're going to pivot to your right. The back foot turns in 45, the right foot turns out 90. So now my hips are at an angle, which they should be. This protects your low back. And we're going to let our arms go on your wrong right. Sorry.
I'm just following you.
No, don't follow me. Follow Bob. Okay, so we're going to extend our arms out, about shoulder height. Now to come into the full pose, I'm going to reach, stretch forward from my hip crease, keep my gaze on my right middle finger till it touches my right leg. Put my left hand on my hip. You don't want to push into the leg. You don't want to put your hand on your knee, either above or below. Your middle finger aligns with your second toe and all the joints of your body, your ankle, knee, hip, shoulders, etc. And you can see the triangle form by my legs and my arm along with my side. Then I'm going to turn toward you. You're going to turn toward your left. It's a twist. And you may feel your left shoulder align over your right, but don't force it. Turn from the rib cage. And if it does, you should see a straight line. See how my arms form a straight line? My palms facing you. Breathe. So turn from your rib cage. Cliff. Turn from your center, not your edges. Breathe. Good. Strong legs. So we're going to hold for a couple more breaths. We're going for 5. So as we inhale, we come up. And we're going to do reverse. So I'm going to look over my left hand, extend back till my hand touches the seam, like a tuxedo seam. And then my right arm forms a little curve. Okay. You can look down to the side or up toward the heavens. Breathe. So this is great. Again, you're breathing deep into this right edge, right rib cage, intercostals. And now we're going to go into warrior 2. So as we come up, put your hands on your hips for a moment. And we're going to go longer stance, 4 to 6 inches. But notice how my hips are kind of off from triangle, so I want to neutralize my hips. They're still turned. And as I bend my knee, I'm going to lift my rib cage off of my hips. So I don't want to tilt forward. I'm going to stay aligned and in my center. My knee doesn't pass my heel. Okay? And then my arms are going to float out like wings. And my gaze is over my right hand. So it's warrior 2. And the warrior is the spiritual warrior, not a physical warrior. But the warrior is always centered and grounded. So you don't want to lean forward. You don't want to lean back. Forward is the future. Back is the past. You need to be in the present. Okay, and breathe. So let this energy come from underneath to support your arms. You should be able to see your right inner ankle bone, and your big toe. So we're going to touch the past gently. So I'm going to look over my left hand, reach into the past, touch, and just for a few breaths, we'll stay there. Keep the right knee bent. Again, you can look down, to the side, or up. Okay? And then we're going to come up into side angle. So as I bend my elbow arm, I'm going to extend over. Talking and teaching is very doing. My forearm is above my knee, and it's going to turn me toward you, toward my left, and my left arm is going to create a soft stretch. So this is in Sanskrit Parshvakonasana, which is side flank pose, side angle pose. Obviously, because I'm getting into my whole flank. Okay, stretch down to your left foot. Good. Then we're going to come up, back to warrior 2. Straighten the right leg. And to be safe, turn the toes toward one another, and we go heel, toe, heel, toe, toe, and we wait. Let your arms rest. How you doing out there? How you guys doing in here? have students who know the poses. It's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. Okay, let's get set. Get grounded. Look straight ahead or a little higher. And take a leg length stance. Now you're going to pivot to your left. Turn one foot at a time. Pivot on your heels. Again, your hips will turn at an angle. And then as your arms stretch apart, you follow the left hand into the horizon. Extend, not overextending. Keep your eye on your hand. Don't let your bum stick out. Okay? When it touches, then you start to gently turn toward your right. Keep your hand on your hip. Turn from your rib cage, from your heart, not from your shoulders. Okay? Turn from your center. And if and when you feel your arms, shoulders are aligned, then the right arm will come up organically. You don't have to force anything. You can look straight across. You should be able to see your thumb, your right thumb somewhere in your peripheral vision. If you can't see it, you may have overdone it. Come back. Breathe. Okay, so now we're going to go back. We're going to touch the past. So I'm going to reach back. Keep the hips nice and firm, touch, and then we create this curve. So I'm sort of exposing my heart to the light. Okay? So in yoga, there's a pose and a counter pose. We do something that brings us into the balance. So hold, and then when we come up, we're coming to warrior two. It's a little longer stance. Make sure your hips are neutral. Very powerful. It's a beautiful stance. And we are weight bearing. When you're lifting your arms, bringing up your weight bearing, and you're strengthening the organs, the tissues, a lot of internal things we often don't talk about, the lungs, the heart, and you are heating and burning some calories too. Right? And now we're going to do reverse warrior. So I'm going to touch the past. Keep the left knee over or behind the heel. Don't push into your knees. Remember, your knees are your weakest joint of the body. Okay? And the longest to heal. I know a lot of you are learning that right now. Breathe. And as we come back through warrior, we're going to do side angle. So we're going to extend all the way from the hip crease. Extend forward, your body finds the way, and then a soft curve. You're going to feel this, your whole right flank is getting this beautiful open stretch. Breathe. Keep your left knee bent, come back, use those quads. When you're ready. And pivot, you like that pose? And come back. Take your time, take your time, take your time, and rest. Close your eyes, let your arms rest at your sides. Just get regrounded. Your breathing might have shifted, a little more labored, that's okay. Bring it back. Breathe down, you breathe up the front and down the back. Breathe into your feet, breathe down into your legs. Good. And you need to breathe down into your legs and your feet because now we're going to do a balance pose. So I'm going to have Bob and Cliff do of their choice, tree or half moon, and maybe both. I think we have time for both. We do have time. So if you know tree pose, you can do tree pose. I'll demonstrate. If you know half moon, you may need a chair or a wall if you don't know it. So Cliff, if you need a chair, there's chairs. There's lots of room here. You're fine over here anywhere. Yeah. Okay? So balance is really important to do. The balance can be very fickle. One day you might you've got it, and the next day you can't balance. So as with your breathing, balance is impacted by your anxiety level, your emotions, your physical, what you've been doing, what you've not been doing, and all kinds of things. So just don't worry about if you don't get it. There's no such thing as a perfect pose. That was such a relief for me being a type A perfectionist. There is no there in yoga. What's important is that you just show up, okay? So for tree pose, there is a way to do it with a wall, and on maybe a future instructional video, I'll show you that. But for now, you start in what we call mountain pose. And I'm going to start on the right side. I'm going to lift, turn, and if you can even just rest your heel to your inside ankle bone on the left, that's great, okay? Just don't let your left leg get too sloppy. You want to keep those hips nice and firm. And if this is all you can do, it's fine. If you can bring the foot a little higher to the calf, that's great. The inner thigh is more advanced, okay? So don't force it. So once you get your foot somewhere, we create a prayer with our hands. So bring the palms very firm. This brings you into your center. And think of a tree. Think of your favorite tree. Rooted into the ground, tall, trunk, nice and strong, and reaching for the heavens. So we lift our limbs toward the heavens. And you're going to, again, focus your gaze. This helps you stay in your body and level. So try and hold each part of your pose for 5 breaths. If you've been doing it a while, you can go longer. And then we come back, we bring the light to our heart. After 5 breaths, I want you to bring the knee forward and try to stretching that right leg upward. So we do what's called a little Barbie foot. So you flex and you half flex and stretch your toes apart. Breathe. And then you bring it in and behind you. You can tap down, just lean forward just a little. Breathe, tap down if you need it, breathe. Don't turn out, turn in, breathe. And then come back and wait. So you'll feel your body and your nervous system kind of trying to recenter itself. So wait before you try the other side. And breathe, okay? I'm going to let you do the left side on your own. Just try and hold each part for 5 breaths. Now say you're in doing this and all of a sudden you kind of lose it. Just come back and redo it, okay? You want to leave the pose the way you want it to be the next time, okay? There's no such thing as failing or can't do. You do what you can, and that's perfect. So balance poses, this helps you to be focused, helps you with your alignment, and it helps you when you're walking, going up steps, down steps. I tell my students all the time, this really helps. Also, when you're traveling and you're doing all these things in unfamiliar places, balance is very, very important. It's one of the things, as we get past like 25 years old, that can become an issue. Okay, so that's why we do yoga barefoot, so we have that foundation and that contact with the earth, and then how to find and calibrate our alignment over and over and over. How you doing? Good. I'm glad you came. You can leave it. Don't worry. Okay, they're just finishing. Did you have them? Okay, so now we're going to transition from the sun, the male, the yang energy, the standing poses, to back to the moon. Okay, but we don't want to just hop up and jump up and down. So come to the front of your mat. Yeah, that's fine. And we're just going to bring the hands to the heart. And when you're ready, just stretch, big inhale, arms overhead. And we're going to swan right over, just a little bend. Step back on either foot, left or right. And back to a down dog, last one of the day. Then we're going to lower our knees gently. And we're going to slide the legs out in front of us. So, if you have a block, please have it nearby. If you don't, it's okay. You can use a firm blanket as well. Just have it nearby, okay? We're going to do what's called supported bridge. We did this on Tuesday. Okay, but just for now, and I don't think you need a strap. So as you sit back, bend your knees, lower gently. Oh, it always feels good. And you'll want to just spontaneously roll around. Roll around. And breathe. Breathe. So if you have a pet, especially dogs, they love to do this. And even cats, they kind of roll around and the legs flop from side to side. So we can learn from our pets. I'm going to do this a little bit. Okay. So do that, and then just stretch out your left leg one more time. Just in case we overdid it a little bit. So pose and counter pose. We learned how to take care of ourselves. And we really need to do that for our families, our friends, and our community. And when you're ready, just gently change. Just feel that, those low back muscles melting. Breathe. Chest into the low belly, into the low back, out into your limbs. Good. And then bending the right leg and the left. We'll do one more hip opener. We did this on Tuesday. It's called leg cradle. So I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left thigh. I'm going to keep my tailbone low. And I'm going to bring my left knee up toward me. So here's some choices. You can do without hands, and just hold, breathe. You're going to start to feel the right hip. You can put your foot on a block or a bolster. You can use a strap to hold the left leg, or you can use your fingers. I don't want you stressing your shoulders to hold your leg, okay? So it depends on how open or tight you are. We don't want to get into one area at the expense of another, sort of self-defeating. But this is a great stretch. You're going to feel it right in the heart, the belly of the piriformis. Breathe deep. And then we're going to release, uncross, and we'll do the other side. So left ankle comes over. We bring the knee slowly. You're going to feel when your body's just, that's it for now. I'm pretty tight right here, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to gently hold my thigh and breathe into it. Don't keep forcing it when you feel your body responding. Breathe into it and see if it's ready to give. If you force, you just create resistance and self-defeating. Breathe into it. And when you're ready to release, gently. So we're going to do a supported bridge. We did this on Tuesday. If you have a block, you can use it. If you don't, you can use a folded blanket. Firm folded blanket, 4 inches high. And we slide it under our sacrum. Okay, so where's your sacrum? Your sacrum sits in your pelvis. And it's a heart triangular piece. Okay? So we call it the sacred sacrum. So when you lie down, the block should be a above your tailbone, below your low waist, right there. And when you lower onto the block, it's like a sweet spot. If you play tennis, you know what a sweet spot is. It's comfortable. So you should be able to slide your hands underneath your low back and feel that curve and no compression. Okay? This is a supported bridge or supported back bend. And the way we're built, if we sit a lot and all the things we do, if one area gets over or under worked, something else is going to compensate. And it's typically around the low back. So now we're going to get into what's called the psoas area, the hip flexors. So we're going to stretch out the left leg, just let it rest. I'll show you in a second. And we're going to hold for about a minute. About a minute. Okay? So you can kind of just count maybe 8 nice breaths or so all time. So how does this work? I'm lying back. I slide the block under here. This is great for low back stuff, by the way. Or the blanket. Extend the left leg and just breathe. Just relax. So you're going to feel it across this whole area, the groin, sometimes even into the low belly, because you're really giving some space. Okay? And you're going to feel it sort of decompress. Breathe into it. Then we're going to change sides. So I'm going to bring in the left and stretch out the right. And I'm right-handed, and if you're right-handed, your right side is typically a little more congested and tight. And again, we're going to stay there about a minute, okay? I'll time you. Breathe into it. This is great to do on your own for even longer periods of time. So we have the pose and a counter pose. We do a forward bend, we do a back bend. We're bringing balance. Now maybe try both legs stretched out. Try it. So you're creating like a bow and arrow. So you don't want any compression, you want stretch and long. Just about 5 nice deep breaths. How are you doing out there? Okay. Bend, when you're ready, bend one knee, bend the other knee, just wait. So now you're going to lift your hips up off the block. Keep your knees over your heels. Keep your knees closer. Slide the block out of the way. And think of your vertebrae as a chain, link chain, or strand of pearls. From the neck down, lay one link, one pearl down at a time. Your hips are stretching toward your heels. We want to lengthen for that spaciousness between the vertebrae. Okay? Good. And give yourself a big hug. You deserve it. So often the very poses or positions or stretches that we resist are the ones we need the most. And often it's because we go too far. We try to do too much too soon. Okay? It took a lot of us years to get this nice, tight, or overstressed, or whatever body. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay? Most of us come to yoga because we have an issue. I did. And I don't like going to gyms. And yoga was magic for me. Okay, now a twist, a finishing twist before the long-awaited Shavasana. So I'm going to let them do their favorite twist, and I'm going to show you one of the twists you can do. So bend your knees, stretch your arms apart, Your arms should be a little lower than your shoulders, okay? Bring your hips to the right edge of your mat. I'm going to bring my hips over. And then I'm going to bring my knees in toward me. My feet are close together, my knees. My right shoulder stays on the mat. And I'm going to bring my legs over to my left. But I only get so far, and my shoulder wants to come up. So I'm going to take a blanket and put it under my legs so that I'm supported, my upper body is in integrity, and my legs are supported. Okay? So don't let the right shoulder, remember this is your safety valve. Okay? Breathe. At least 8 breaths. Nice deep. 12 is even better. Start with 5 to 8. And when you come up on inhale. Bring the legs up. Lower the feet. Take your time. And then you slide the hips over and over. So it brings you out of alignment, but it'll bring you back when you go into the twist. Okay? Bring your knees in really close. Keep them down. I'm going to bring them over, but again, I'm a little tight, so I'm going to slide a blanket under my legs or between my knees so that my shoulders are firmly connected. Breathe, breathe deep. If it's comfortable, you can turn and look over your other shoulder. Don't force it. And when you're done, whatever that is for you, you bring the knees up, lower the feet, come back to center, and then give yourself another loving, appreciative hug. Breathe. And we're going to take relaxation, Shavasana. If you have a bolster, you can slide the bolster under your legs. Especially if you have low back issues, put something under your knees. If you don't have a bolster, put a roll blanket. If you're cold or you're going to get cold, cover yourself with a blanket or a towel. Okay? The idea is to stretch out. Your legs are stretched apart. Let your feet flop out. Your arms are away from your sides. And let your eyes close so your whole body, you're not touching yourself. It's free to breathe and just totally relax. So I'm going to let you relax for a few minutes because I know that my students here need to relax for a few minutes. Always try and take time with a little relaxation. Even if you do your own practice, try and finish with a few minutes, 5 ideally, minimum. In traditional yoga, they say 5 minutes for every half-hour practice. And very few of us take that much time, but you need this time. This is when your body integrates everything you've done. And if we rush from thing to thing, place to place, activity to activity, our nervous system gets totally stressed out. So we need to take time for it to integrate everything because your body, your metabolism, everything is still absorbing everything you did for the past hour and a half. So think of it as a gift to you. Your practice is a gift that you give to you. Okay? So close your eyes. Let the breath melt away. Let your awareness sink. I love the visual of a stone sort of dropping into a still body of water, into a still bottom of soft sand. Let that be where we take ourselves. awareness bubble up, one breath at a time. Sometimes we drift off. That's fine, that's good. We just gently, 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 slowly come back. Re-enter our bodies, this space, this place, this time. And feel your fingers, your toes. Stretch a little here. Arms, legs. Maybe yawning, taking some nice deep breaths. Like you come out of a nice, deep, relaxing sleep. And then, if you bend your knees and roll onto your right side, resting with your eyes closed. I'm going to share a poem from one of my favorite poets, Hafez, and he is in the tradition of Rumi. I hope you can hear me. This is called A Root in Each Act and Creature. The sun's eyes are painting fields again. Its lashes with expert strokes are sweeping across the land. A great palette of light has embraced this earth. Hafez, if just a little clay and water mixed in his bowl can yield such exquisite scents, sights, music, and whirling forms, what unspeakable wonders must await with the commencement of unfolding of the infinite number of petals that are the soul. What excitement will renew your body when we all begin to see that his heart resides in everything. God has a root in each act and creature that he draws his mysterious divine life from. His eyes are painting fields again. The beloved with his own hands is tending, raising like a precious child himself in you. Gently coming up to a seated position. We'll seal our time together with the Namaste invocation. I did publish it on my Facebook page. If you know any of it, you can recite with us or just listen. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of peace, of light, and of truth. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Om Shanti, peace to you. Thank you for joining us today. Do you want to get in the picture? Come say hello. Here's my students today. This is Bob, and this is Cliff, and they've been with me for quite a while. I know some of you, the rest of you are out there. Thank you. I'm not sure exactly how we'll be continuing this, but stay tuned, okay? And your feedback is wonderful. Email or messages me. Thank you. Blessings. And bye for now. See you soon.